Modh este un personaj pe care îl cunosc de aproximativ 6 luni și care a venit în România în ideea de a investi și în ideea de a recruta aproximativ 200 de senior experts pentru a livra servicii către Statele Unite și către Vestul Europei. Am mai văzut filmul ăsta, însă unul din lucrurile care mi s-a părut foarte interesant este că, și am să-l întreb la un moment dat, piața i s-a părut foarte mare. În orice caz, este unul dintre investitorii care are investiții în cel puțin 20 de venture capital, care investește foarte mult în inteligență artificială și de la care, după părerea mea, avem de învățat. Veți vedea, compania lui lucrează deja cu top 100 Fortune din Statele Unite. Modh, thank you very much. Please welcome.
Good morning, everybody. How are you all doing? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Hugo and CIO Council, to invite us to present today. It's a great privilege and honor to be among the top CXOs of Romania. I have had a number of interactions in past. This is my 3rd time in Romania this year, and you will see me more often as Intuitive has officially started an organization here in Romania, effective 1st October. So we finally set up after 6 months of process. So again, thank you all for your time and the opportunity to present here. Okay. So, by way of introduction, as Hugo mentioned, I am Modh. I am founder and CEO of Intuitive.Cloud and Intuitive VC. Intuitive started back in 2012 with the goal to help enterprises at global scale around all things engineering. The best way to explain Intuitive to you is by one line, which is, Intuitive is an innovation-led engineering company delivering business outcomes. The best way to also differentiate Intuitive is by telling you who we are not. So Intuitive is not a traditional body shop company, nor we are what we call offshore your mess for less, nor we are a reseller pushing products down to customers. Who we are is a hardcore engineering shop with 600 plus senior architects and engineers. Our focus is to deliver solutions for your business problems. So we lead with business outcomes and business problems and deliver technical solutions for you. Now, what made Intuitive innovation-led? So very early on in the journey, we started investing in bleeding edge innovation. So today, if you are using Nutanix, or you're using Palo Alto, or you're using Sophos, or you're using AMD Edge Computing, if you're using SailPoint, a lot of these companies that we had made significant investments of hard dollars as well as these companies have acquired some of the other investments that we made, and this is what makes this product special today. So Intuitive has invested in 23 startups in last 6 years alone, out of which we've had 7 exits, 8 unicorns in the portfolio, and the other companies are doing fairly well. Some of the name brands that you may know, as I said, Palo Alto Prisma Cloud had investments from Intuitive. Databricks, as you may, all of you, in the world of AI and data, you hear about Databricks. We have investment in Databricks, Data ThoughtSpot, and the list is long. Safe Security, the owner of Fair Institute. So a number of those companies and the investments we have made early on in the journey that has driven a lot of value and automation to our customers in the way we deliver our solutions. So that's why we call ourselves innovation-led engineering company delivering business outcomes. Now, what do Intuitive do? So we are supporting today 134 Fortune 1000 enterprises globally, ranging from banking, financial services, insurance, healthcare, life science, energy, manufacturing, CPG, and ISV verticals. The interesting fact about Intuitive is that you would not have ever seen a cold email or a cold call from Intuitive. Every single customer that we are working with today is through a referral, a CXO introducing us to fellow CXOs, and that's how this business is built, which is very unique in the current marketplace, right? Events like CIO Council is where Intuitive has been lately present a lot. We are helping a lot of CXOs with their personal branding. We are helping CXOs with the thought leadership sessions, and we're bringing a lot of innovation to them, and that's what has increased the adoption of Intuitive as a company by the enterprise CIO, CTO, CISOs, and CDOs. As a company, we decided to make investment in Romanian market for a very simple reason. The amount of innovation that is led in Romania is amazing. The culture, the commitment, and the work ethic is fantastic, and that drove us to start our operations in Romania with our goal of hiring close to 200 professionals by end of next year. We already started the process. Some of our colleagues are in the audience here who has joined. So again, Romania is special for us. We are going to make a lot of investments in this market, and hope to seek collaboration and support from you all there. Now, in terms of our global presence, as you can see, mostly all of our current customers, about 90% of our customer base is based out of US. So heavy presence in US market, 40% plus of our talent is based in US and Canada. About 15% is in Europe. Mostly it's in Western Europe between UK, France, and Switzerland is where a lot of our resources are. The goal is, as I mentioned, that we are going to expand in Romania and Hungary to drive top-tier talent part of our team. India remains to be one of our competency centers and will continue to grow at a steady pace, but the major investments will go in Romania and Hungary. As a company, I want to highlight what we do, and I'm sorry, I wish I had done a better presentation with a larger font size, but we'll share this presentation with you so you could see it. But as you can see, my major part of our business is focused on digital transformation. We call it modernization and migration, right? So about 50% plus revenue comes from this business. Now, this business is critical. The presentation Hugo was making earlier, right, in terms of adoption of AI and GenAI. For AI and GenAI to be successful in an enterprise or an organization, what is the most important thing is to drive transformation across the board, across infrastructure, application, data, and ensuring there is an overarching security. So our modernization and migration practice is to drive digital transformation for your organization, anywhere from transforming your data centers, your network, security, application and database modernization, and most importantly, FinOps. There is a joint article that's coming next week with me and a couple of FinOps experts in US as well as the FinOps Foundation to really highlight how much of the damage companies are making by not putting in a proper FinOps practices. And I'm sure all of you, while you're adopting public cloud, not having FinOps, you would resonate with that, or having stringent FinOps policies and governance will help. But modernization and migration is one of our core areas of expertise that we are helping a lot of our customers. The second area, which is the need for everybody, right, today, data, machine learning, AI, and GenAI. So as Yuko mentioned, right, that $20 trillion of economy is going to get impacted by adoption of AI and GenAI. The total market cap by 2030 is about $1 trillion roughly, just for the GenAI side of the business. We have been on the forefront of large language model and small language model since 2019, right? The world has started talking about GenAI and AI in 2023, 2024, mostly 2024, when the kids in the school started doing their homework from using GenAI, right? That's when the world started paying attention to it. We actually have put in the hard dollars in innovation. So one of the companies that we funded, ThoughtSpot, they were the first in the industry to democratize AI, right? So Intuitive's experience with the AI machine learning has been for quite a long time. Second area to highlight is that for your AI and GenAI to work really well, there is a lot more to do with transformation, governance, and cybersecurity. Every organization, if you look at it today, the boards are now aware of cybersecurity and AI, right? I'm sure each one of you you're sitting in a board meeting or you're observing the board meetings. The boards are started asking questions saying, hey, what are we doing around GenAI? First quarter it was a lot of excitement. Second quarter, boards started talking about, hey, our competition and our peers in the industry are doing GenAI. What are we doing about GenAI? Third quarter, which was the last quarter since the whole GenAI boom started, boards are now pushing CIOs and CTOs to say, hey, what are we doing with GenAI? Why are we not utilizing GenAI? The fundamental problem lies with data. No matter how much of adoption that you want to do for AI and GenAI, you are 100% dependent on the data, the state of data. Do you have unified data lake? Do you have AI governance in place? Do you have data security, data access management in place? Do you have complete data ops in place? Have you put in the access control in place? So our goal at Intuitive is to help customers streamline their data operations from data engineering, data governance, data security, data access management, data quality management, which is very critical because it's in the world of AI and GenAI, garbage in, garbage out. If you don't have the right data in place, you are going to get bad results. So no matter how much of the advanced models that you implement, if they are not trained well and if they're not tested well, you are going to have a poor outcome, and that will result in lack of an adoption of GenAI in an organization, or it will not give you best return on your investment. So data and AI/ML is very close to our business. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have during this session or after this session around all things data and AI. Last week I was in Washington, D.C. with the regulators. We did multiple roundtables on specific topic around cyber risk quantification as it relates to adoption of AI and GenAI at a production scale. So happy to discuss with you all and answer any questions you may have. The third area that we do support today, the major enterprises, is digital workspace and SDX. Now, again, this is an area that's tied back into GenAI. I'm pretty sure that either you're using M365 or Google Suite today. Every organization has pressure to enable Copilot or Gemini or any other GenAI solution that is out there. Again, going back to security and how you are going to do the protection of data and privacy, that is critical, and that's where Intuitive comes in and help you around transforming your digital workspace, because that is the entry point for maximum utilization of GenAI in the organization outside of customer support and other areas, right? So when you are talking about roughly about 1 billion users who are currently using Microsoft 365 or Google Suite, every one of those are the consumer of GenAI. How do you make sure that their use of GenAI is ethical, is responsible, and they are not getting their hands on the data they're not supposed to have, in line with compliance requirements, GDPR, high trust and FedRAMP and many other, similar European standards of compliance that are there. So that's something that we are doing a lot for our enterprise customers. Again, happy to answer any questions you may have on that space, because we've been pioneering and leapfrogging in that space and helping customers solve some of the major problems. The last area, which is the most important today, right? What is the one thing that impacts your business? What is the one thing that can wipe out your market valuation, your stock price, or creates a irreparable damage and a reputational damage? Like, there are tangible damages and there are intangible damages that are caused by cybersecurity. So my background, going back, did my master's degree in cybersecurity and network information system, worked on a DoD project, non-classified DoD project for ethical hacking for public wireless networks, for the, basically military equipment in the field. From that, when I started working on cybersecurity, this has always been close to my heart. So if you look at it, everything that you do today, if you do not have the right application security, DevSecOps security, or the development security, data security, which is most critical in today's date with the adoption of AI and GenAI, infrastructure security, as well as the governance, risk, and compliance. As I mentioned, the cyber risk quantification has always been done based on application, data, and infrastructure security. Even today, insurance companies are not looking at what you are doing on an AI and GenAI front. What are you doing for your data security? What are you doing for your model security? These are the areas that we all need to look at, because the next hack, the hackers are much more smarter than us, right? They are utilizing AI to hack. They are utilizing all the resources that are available to cause major impact to your business. So how do we mitigate that, and how do we, be prepared? Hugo and I were discussing other day, it is not about if you are going to get hacked or not. It's about when. Every single organization, every single enterprise, at some point of time, you are going to get compromised and impacted because there is human in loop, right? So how do we prepare for that? So these are the areas that we support and can help you. In terms of type of customers we've supported, right? So as I mentioned, 134 Fortune 1000 customers. What you can see here on the screen is some of the largest Fortune 10, Fortune 15 financial services customers, or largest energy, oil and gas customers, or largest healthcare organizations is what we are supporting. Our idea about reaching out to the European market and working with customers specifically in Romania is to bring in a lot of those experiences over last 6 years with the emergence of public cloud, with the emergence of advanced cybersecurity, data and AI/ML. Our goal is to bring all of that experience to this market, adopt and understand what you are doing today, and how we can help you optimize and push the envelope on transformation and innovation to make sure that we deliver the highest value and give you the market advantage. So that is something that Intuitive is doing. There are a lot of customer case studies. What you see on the screen here are some of the reference customers that we can talk about at length if you are interested, and I'm happy to not only talk about what we have done for these organizations, but also help you set up the peer review call. So if you are a CXO of a financial services and you would like to talk to your peers in US or UK market, I'm happy to orchestrate those calls where it is a safe setting, right? Nothing will be quoted, but you can talk to your peers in the industry and sort of collaborate with them on the ideas of how they are transforming their organization and how they are adopting innovation. So happy to collaborate with you all on that front and make sure that you get the best value out of the work that Intuitive has done as a company. So again, these are some of the customer references. I won't go in the details. Now, I want to quickly talk about, I'm just going to go back here. So I want to quickly touch upon something. Just raise your hand if you don't mind. So how many of the organizations here have put GenAI in production today? Okay. And have you gone through the compliance review cycles, and do you have AI governance committee in place today? The same individuals who raised their hand. Okay, so half of them have put GenAI in production, but you may or may not have the proper AI governance committee. So one of the things that I want to talk about, and as I said, again, during this session or afterwards, you could get hold of me, and I'm happy to talk about. So what we have done is working with the CXO group. So last week, again, we created 3 groups of 40 plus CIOs, CTOs, and CISOs, and chief risk officers around banking, financial services, insurance vertical. That's one group. Second is a healthcare and life science group. And third is energy, manufacturing, CPG, and retail group. These are the 3 groups we have created. We call it a work group. If any one of you would like to be part of those groups, I'm happy to include you on that. We all plan to meet once a month. We are discussing how we are, each one of us are addressing some of these problems and issues, and how we can help, streamline the operations. End of the day, what every one of us have to look at is it is us against the hackers, right? It is not us against each other. It is how well we are prepared to deal with any issue that may emerge from the adoption of AI and GenAI, and how can we all secure our enterprise footprint, put the data privacy, data operations in place. Second question I have, in terms of application modernization and database modernization, how many of you are currently actively working on digital transformation initiative that involves application and database modernization? Quite a few. Okay, that's impressive. So one of the areas that we should talk about is how to expedite and streamline the application modernization and data modernization in the most automated way. Especially with the investments that Intuitive has made for a company like Tessel, which helps database modernization, taking any of your source databases, SQL or NoSQL, database on the source environment to open source database in the target environment with PostgreSQL for the most part, across on-prem, AWS, Azure, Google, reducing your significant licensing costs for MS SQL or Oracle while giving you 3 times the performance. So that is one solution. The second solution we have for the application modernization. Again, these are the bleeding edge startups that we have invested in that would help you streamline and expedite the journey, the time to market, time to modernize your environment. So again, happy to share that data with you. And not only that, the customers that have leveraged and utilized these platforms to drive the adoption. So again, my goal here is to not pitch and sell any solution to you. It is about how can I help you transform your environment and expedite your journey to digital transformation across application, data, infrastructure, and security. So happy to take any questions you may have. Happy to connect you with the peer CXOs globally, US, Canada, and Europe. And any way I can help you all, please let me know. With that, I'll open it up for questions. Hugo.
Thank you very much. So yeah, big round of applause. Now, Jay, if there's any question, otherwise I will challenge you a little bit. So you're trying to recruit some people from Romania and Hungary and Eastern Europe. So how do you find the market? I mean, the IT professional, is it expensive? Is it they're okay? Did you find what you're looking for?
So despite what we thought initially that we would get some cost advantage in Romania, we were wrong. Romania has now become as expensive as rest of the Europe, especially for the top senior talent, which is our business. Our business is to hire the individuals with the senior expertise, senior level expertise. So the market here is quite expensive. Fortunately enough, we have had support from you, Hugo, and a few other leaders in the audience here. to help us, find the right talent. But we are looking to hire about 200 plus resources. So any help and guidance you can provide would be greatly appreciated.
In less than 1 minute, if you were speaking with a CIO from banking industry or energy industry, and these are conservative domains, I would like to implement. What kind of AI solution would you recommend that have the best impact into the organization according to your experience?
So again, there's not one right solution for any enterprise. It's all driven by the business case and the maturity of the organization. So based on what your business outcome that you're looking for and the maturity of your organization, how mature your data footprint is when we would help you determine what would be the right solution. One of the best part and beauty of Intuitive is that we are vendor agnostic company, so we'll always focus on what is the right solution for you. But I'm happy to share what major institutions have adopted from enterprise AI perspective, right? So there are common denominator choices that we can help you with, look at it. And more importantly, as I mentioned earlier, before you make any decision on a product or a solution, I would be happy to set up your peer review calls with the fellow CXOs who have done that adoption.
Modh, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Okay. So